Hi, how you doing? Just thought I'd do an introduction to this this video. I'm doing a Crocodile for local pantomime theatre group, and in bits of time here and there, when I get a chance and the wife and family gets a chance to help, they come along and we sort it out, or I take it home and we do some bits and pieces on it. So it's going to take a long time, but it's got to be finished in 7 weeks or so. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Make a skeleton frame first and then we'll see what comes later, but good fun. So I hope you enjoy it. If you like, share, comment, that'd be great. Cheers. So we've made a platform out of another old platform, and Lynn's just sanding all around the edge. Got these two timbers here, which are going to be support for a ring that's going to go up and around past the shoulder here, back round and under there. So we want an oval shape with flat on the bottom. We're going to do something similar down here to take the tail and smaller rings going off that way. We're actually having an aperture here so that you can climb in with your feet first and then bring your head down, and your shoulder and your arms will be there, and then we'll put like a cowl over that will go sort of from here with fabric joining this bit. 1, 2, 3. Look, this is the width, the flat here, which will screw to those two timbers. This is our shoulder one. This is the biggest one, and we've come in off here because the jaw is just a little bit narrower than the jaw is a little bit narrower than that. So we're about 1 inch narrower each side, and we've got this is the former for the bottom jaw. There you go, that's how big it is with your metrical imperial. Thin strips of pine, just rubbish pine, cut down, about 2.5mm, 3mm, tight bond. Ratchet strap around the outside is very important, and any excess of glue is rubbed back in and not wiped off. It's all rubbed back in so that it helps seal it in that shape. That's it, we're on our way. We've got some structure. The bottom jaw's wider, so this is bottom jaw, top one will be a bit narrow and just fit inside, and then we'll start putting teeth and things and all sorts in that. So yeah, let's get in there. Right, so what we've done is we've cut out the jaw, put a few screws in just to hold it together, and we've run some of these strips around, and they're staggered. What I've done on here is these strips I've poured boiling water all over them, just for a few minutes. Which means they've done half of the shaping quite easily. The strap around the outside actually stops the wood from splitting, and then we've staggered these strips so the inner strip stops there, the next strip stops there, and the next strip stops there. I've had to put little spaces like this in to make up for it, to get it to pull into the mould, but we must remember that crocodiles, alligators, asymmetric's fine. So there's no point in making a fabulously measured out and drawn mould. Rough's fine, but you end up with gaps like this, and that's what I've tried to get rid of in here with the clamps on it. So all I've got to do now is wait a few hours for this to dry off. So this is now going to be the top jaw. Over that one we will then create some more, which will be built on over that, which will be the other jaw, so that the two line up together and fit together. And then it'll be arrangement of teeth inside and outside that work together. So there you go, that's the start of it. Let's strip this thing down and see what it looks like. Get the ratchet strap off. There you go. Right, look at this. Just look at this. Spring back there, yes, because there's no laminating there, but round the front, no spring back. So I've just got to, there you go. Look at that. So that's great. So now, back on and laminate these bits. And these have to be cut to length. Just here, out of shot, slightly out of shot. Cut to length, the same length as the mould. Spreading the glue is important. And actually, I'll tell you what helps as well. Just a little bit of in that corner there. Come on. And this corner. It just means that there's a buffer there. There you go. I love how it fits tight sometimes. It's quite cool. Right, let's get that one in. So I've just put the clamp back on there. I've got the hammer out just to tap these in to make sure they're tight up there. Look, that's coming around there now, that's great. This is coming around here. That's great. Tighten the ratchet up. This is really good. Look what's happening there. That's really good. That glue is going to hold. It's going to break this corner. So I might. There you go. Save it. Struggling. This is coming in now. Another couple of clamps on here, I think. There you go. Look at that. So another clamp here. Lump of wood. Could always change it. Oh, nice. On there. That's good to me. Nice. There you go. One more ratchet on there. That's good. That's first 3 layers. Right, just taking the clamps off this. Right, that's one done. Glue together again. Yeah, switched it on now. If you'd have seen me struggling with this, look at that knot there. I'm going to put a bit of extra glue in that knot. It's just trying to buckle, and I just want to make sure it doesn't. Right, wind this up. Centre line on the centre line still, look. The idea of the centre line, it doesn't have to be exact, but you've just got to know where it is. As before. This just means I've got something I can work against. A couple of slash clamps. One there, pull this in. One here, pull that in. A couple of blocks that we used. Yeah. Number 2 done. Right. So what we've just done with my helper here is we're doing 3 layers in one go. So this is the inner layer, and those 3 are glued together. And then there's the middle layer, and those 3 are glued together. And this is the outer layer. And the outer layer will be the fattest rib around the crocodile's stomach. So that's what we're doing. And by doing 3 at a time, it means that I can get 3 jobs done in the same 24-hour period, anatomically correct. So yeah, you have to get some tension on it. I'm not worried about gaps like that. What I do want to do is I want to just cramp this up. Right, so we've had some fun. We've had to lift this up. We've had to lift the packers there up. I've got my friend here to hold that for me to make sure those don't wander. And we're trying to get these bottom parts down here. Can you see these? Yeah, you can. Trying to get these so that they're flat on the flat bottom of it. Compression, there's a lot of compression there, there's a bump there, but it doesn't matter. The really good thing is crocodiles are lumpy and bumpy, so I can get away with lumps and bumps. And we've got 3 ribs done in one go. So let's just see if it's worked. 1, 2, 3, so that should be a split there. Oh, and that should be a split there. And that's it, that's 3 layers. just sorting out hinges. So these MDF parts here are going to hold the upper jaw, which I've got just sitting the inside edge. The inside edge is just touching the outside edge of the bottom jaw. The good thing is these are flexible. Got myself a hinge point now. All thread makes it easier because I can just do that. I've got nuts either side of here that I can use this while building it, and then when I've got it in the right place, then I can make something here and something there so that I don't have to have that, but I might keep that, we'll see. So this should now lift. That's not much pressure. I think mainly what I'm lifting here is G clamps. A little bit chaotic, but you can see what's going on. I've now got as well as a bottom jaw line needs to be added to. I've now got a top jaw line that's coming around here. And this one is going both ways. Look, this is going above and below the strips that I can start putting teeth on here, and then this also allows me to go over the top there for the nose and up towards the eye. So this is quite important. These are just steam bent and clamped in place, and these will get glued tomorrow. So yeah, it's looking like a jaw. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll tell you what was happening. I was trying to figure out how to do the jaw, how to do the head, and I did think, well, if I pivot the head at the same price as the jaw, I'll get away with it, but actually I won't. When this lifts up, if the head lifts up from the same point, it's just obvious. It's just so obvious. And then I thought I could do with some sort of gimbal, and I found this. I'm going to take this apart, and I just tried that. I've got to take it apart. I think I need a pivot point here. Probably off that. I don't know. Try it. Got that camera thing on there. Old camera fixture thing in there. Make up a block. Neck. So what we've got here is the original waistline, well, the shoulder forward and back, but I've added an area now for waistline, and we've got two pairs under there of three, as 3 pieces, as you can see. So let's have a look at that, see what that looks like. Well, they've come off great, so there they are. And what I did was I put an extra cramp from here and there, pulling those two in to indicate the spine there and to give some definition and different shaping for the crocodile. So this will be a high point for the ridges going down, and that'll be a high point, this will be a high point, and that'll be a high point, and this comes in and that goes up a bit. So we've got some shape. These work. I've just got to separate these like so, and I'll take those apart, and it's quite easy. Sometimes you get a little bit of glue holding, but actually it's all right. A couple of cracks there, but I'll show you what I'll do with those in a bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to taper from the neck. We're going to taper this down. These corners get in the way, so we're going to cut this down and cut that down and move the wheels in and change all the frame to make it, as you're trying to walk along, those get in the way, and it isn't worth just chopping the corners off. as well as that, it brings the shape in, ready to then start taking the tail. So that's what we're doing. Back to this temporary fix there. Got a nice centre line going on, keep it equal. This width is about the same width as my hip bones, if there was a centre bone there doing a joint. So that's what we've tapered this. This is like my shoulder width. Let's turn this over, put some structure back onto it, cut everything to suit. $50 mil, let's go. Now this goes here. Let's get the pencil and mark this under there, and then we'll take that corner off a bit as well. So this is left, this is going to be right, pencil mark under there, one line through there so I know where it's going, right to there. Chop those two off. So what I should say is, don't be afraid to go backwards, don't be afraid to take something apart to make it better. This is going to be so much better now, because this is going to be the correct width for the tail. I've done some weight saving from here and here. Some of you might be thinking that this camera fitting is a bit lightweight. The idea is for it to just show me all the movements. I'm going to start putting timbers on the body, not on the head, to stop it going to extremities, so no stress is on that fitting. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all of this out, because I've now put a baseboard on there rather than this be the baseboard. I can cut these off, so that can be sanded off and sorted and done. This protects all of everything that's going on here, and then this I've had this out, that's why it's all loose. I'm actually going to glue the jaw to this baseboard, but I'm going to cut a majority of this baseboard out first, then glue it up so that it's just, I want to reduce the weight by 75% there. This bar won't be staying, this will be short pieces of bolt once I've got more body onto it, but for the now I want to keep the same position all the way through. Take that out. One more screw. And who knows, the glue is so strong, I might get away with taking all the fixings out afterwards as well. That's good, those screws can come back out later. That's it. Wow, I've reduced that by... Nice. So I had a bit of a fail the other day and these didn't work. These were from the front end. Going around here, look, you can see some clamp marks there. Anyhow, they were a fail and I've cleaned this one up a bit. They've been steamed and glued, and they didn't glue together because I hadn't got clamps on good enough. But they've actually kept their shape. Steamed, covered in resin now, so they're not going to move. And I thought I would start doing getting the shape of the nose. See the big stomach one there now? So that's in place, and I'm going to fit these by just chopping out go back 2 thicknesses there, and then come down more than 2/3. Chop that out so that that fits in. Do the same both sides. And I've got the others as well. And because they're similar shape to that, they're sort of going to look all right. It's beginning to look a little bit, it's getting there, I think. The good thing is, once this is over like that, where's my centre line? So I've got a centre line running through as well. You can see it just where this notch is here. Once I've got that like that, I can actually just put a nice G-clamp on there, and I can shave away some of these. I can shave away some of these sharp edges then, round it all off, take some off these edges as well. And soften the whole thing up. But yeah, centre line's on that little notch, tiny notch just there. Yeah, I think this is going to work. And I've got these other 2 which will go further back. Do you want to have a look? The helmet is actually going to be fitted in, built in. But yeah, these 2 can go sort of here and here and do some shaping for me, and they're still really quite flexible and will go where I want them. So if I want them like this one should be a bit more proud, this one should be a little bit low, but I could, if I wanted to, just clean this, sand this back a bit, and get more of a bend on this end, change it a bit. It seems to want to look, it seems to want to go wherever I put it. Look at that, watch that. It's pretty good. So I've got a couple of pencil lines there now to get the position correct. clamps in the way. It's usually the way. There we go. There we go. Centre line still looks good. Centre line still looks alright. So that's it. And I might use the bottom part of this for teeth. So I'll look at my pictures again and see where the next large tooth is and use that to position my rib going over the top. But let's pull back a bit. It's yeah, that's all right. Yeah, a bit mad really, doing a crocodile. Looks great on the bench, so I'm really pleased with that. I must be slightly mad doing this because, as I said before, it's not for, I'm not being paid for it, so you buy me a coffee, guys. I appreciate your support. This is for my wife and the local pantomime group to give them a realistic crocodile that really could blow the budget. I mean, some of the crocodiles I've been told aren't very good. Some of the ones that are good enough are so expensive that they might not make much profit, if any at all. So helping them out, I've got paid jobs waiting, so somebody like the accountant or somebody could just give me a slap and just say, come on, get real, get on with some jobs that you need paying for. So I am doing this in spare time, spare minutes here and there, so it's not a lot of this video was done a few weeks ago and I've clipped it all together to sort of make it look quite flawless. That's why I'm not showing you it now, because it's not really on the bench. Hey ho. Truth. So yeah, buy me a coffee, guys. Really appreciate your support. Please share, like, subscribe. I hope you like it. That's part one. Part two will be really soon. I will, at some point, for the guys who might mention it, I will do one of those quick, speedy things. So, cheers.